Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna be unboxing some vintage Furby coloring books. Our Furby is right here. He is ready. He has his little reading glasses on, and we're gonna be opening up a series of coloring books that I found on eBay. And I had been meaning to purchase these for a while, but I had been like holding it off because I couldn't find the right deal. But then this deal popped up on eBay, and I just couldn't wait. And then one purchase led to another, and I ended up buying a bunch of them. So here they are in all their glory. They're gorgeous. They have all those beautiful colors. And in the back, it has a lovely description. It says, "Come along and meet each friendly Furby. Say hello to each and every one. They love to dance, eat tea, play hide and seek, and wake up with the rising sun. So get ready to share a Lulu or two and have lots and lots of fun. Join Furby for hours of laughter and excitement. The coloring pages and activities provide lots of duet for unai on every page. Collect all the Furby books in these fun formats. There's Furby storybooks, Furby coloring books and activity books, Furby coloring books and activity pads, and a giant coloring book and activity book. And what I did pick up were these 4 coloring and activity books. As you can see inside, somebody has completed the activities, and that's totally okay. I'm happy that they did not color the pages, so that way every single image inside the coloring book has been untouched when it comes to coloring, but they have gone ahead and done the activities, and that's all right. I don't mind that. I was looking at the copyright page, and they were made in 1999 and published by a division of Uni Systems, mainly in Canada and New York. It was printed in Canada, and the division of Uni Systems was actually in New York. And they do guide you to the official Tiger Electronics website and the Furby.com website. If you try to go to the Furby.com website now, it will just take you to Hasbro. And I don't believe the Tiger Electronic one works anymore. But honestly, I love these books. They're so beautiful. I want to scan each and every one of them, so you guys have access to those coloring pages as well. I know there are many websites that already have these available, that already have been scanned. I'll see which ones are not, and I'll go ahead and add them. Look at this beautiful Furby constellation and some Furby hieroglyphs. We also have some wiggly mirrored Furbies. I try to highlight some of the images that I like the best in the coloring book. Alongside the coloring books, I also picked up this Furby trainer's guide. I had seen this one around. I always see it pop up on eBay every time I Google for like Furby books, and I've been trying to get one. It really wasn't in my priority list, mainly because it was not published by Tiger Electronics. It was actually published by Sandwich Islands Publishing Company in 1999. So that tells you a lot. The person who actually published this and wrote all of this only had about a year of information worth of Furbies to talk about. And so he does his best to kind of explain where Furbies came from, as a derivative of the Gigapet. And then they also went ahead and provide a page of possible rare Furbies that honestly didn't exist and don't exist. Then some basic care and training. And if you look throughout the book, he uses a lot of this free clip art that you would usually find in Microsoft Word. He also shows you how to love Furby, how to care and feed it, and then some accessories that you can buy for him or use to feed him, because the initial Furby didn't bring a spoon, so you would have to press his mouth with your finger. But in here, he'll be like, oh, use a baby doll bottle, and if you want to dress your Furby, you can buy some fashions on eBay. So although he did kind of just retype the Furby manual, he also provided us with a series of sequences for Furbies on how to activate the game, so that sometimes the manuals didn't have, and you'll kind of just figure them out by messing around with the Furby, by playing with the Furby. And he would break them down into sections as Easter eggs, so you can see like his burping pattern, the rooster trick when he'll go cack-a-doodle-doo, and the name trick where he'll kind of stop and tell you his name. So those provide some pretty fun and replicatable information. And there's one that I find super interesting, which is this section about the Spanish Furby that says that after some people had reset their Furby began to speak Spanish, but I don't know how much of that would be true. Something else that he showed us in his book was how a Furby can be connected or controlled with a remote control, since he also has an infrared receiver. In this book, he also goes ahead and promotes his own website, which is gamebooks.com. This website no longer exists. I tried to look into it. This provides us a larger version of the Furbish dictionary and a series of Q&As, where he addresses popular questions of how to put your Furby to sleep, is there a rare Furby, can I teach my Furby how to say new words, how do I stop my Furby from sneezing, what should I do to feed my Furby, and will my Furby ever die? There's a bunch of other questions in it, like how do I know my Furby is valuable and such. So it looks like a lot of people were looking to resell them at that time. One of the things about this book that makes me think that there was like a limit of pages that needed to be reached was this section, the scrapbook section. Although it's pretty silly, and we see that the current Furby Instagram actually uses a similar style of just photoshopping Furby into different scenes. He very much just went ahead and took the time to do that for a big portion of this book, which is pretty funny. I really do enjoy it, and I don't think that many books can get away with this nowadays. And honestly, for the team at Sandwich Islands, I do give them some props because they were very creative. And we're trying to provide insightful information, or at least give you a good laugh by trying to reach their page limit. And I you know what, for that, I applaud them. Thank you guys. Because of you, we have a Furby too. After the scrapbook, we go ahead to a section that's called Warm and Fuzzy. And in it, it's again just what can Furbies do? They're more than just a toy, and we know that. They can be desk accessories, they can have healing powers, and they are great as gifts. Furbies also are very nice for lonely people and the perfect apartment pet, and I can vouch by that. He also has a section about internet comments, and this one honestly highlights the 90s as is. Does anyone know where I can get a Furby by trading? I have lots of Beanie Babies, so I'll be glad to trade 3 or 4 of them for 1 Furby. I might actually even give the person $10 and 3 or 4 beanies. Please help me find a Furby. Pat. Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat. After that segment, that golden segment, he also shows us how to throw a Furby party by having a couple of Furbies connect with one another, by putting them like in a circle, and also again he revisits on how to play hide and seek. I do want to give props to our man over here, Mr. Douglas Arnold. I'm not sure if he made any of the illustrations, but I know it has a big team behind them, and I'm pretty happy that they're like, you know what, we don't have an image for this, so we're gonna go ahead and create ours. And they did, and I really appreciate these drawings. They're very sweet, very cute, and he even gave us like a page for Furby registry, which is really cute, so you can keep tabs of your Furby, their name, their first English words. I think that's very adorable. And in it, there's also like a little picture of a very creepy looking Furby. It says, please don't feed him real food, things won't go well. Also a cute little Furby adoption certificate, and finally the end with some really interesting ads at the end. And I never knew that his kind of company is the one that produce those fake Pokemon walkthrough guides. Well, they're not fake because they show you, but they have all those fake Pokemons in the front. And while this was one of the books by Sandwich Islands, I think it's the only one they made, but it's honestly a treasure. I'm really happy to have it in my collection. It really does make me laugh. And I really thought that was all I had ordered until I went back onto my eBay, and I was like, I remember I ordered one more book. And so here comes the giant coloring book. So here's our giant coloring book and activity book. This one's a little different than the others. The text in the back is different. It's still produced by Honey Bear Books, but the text in the back goes like this. Guess who's here to have some fun? Here's a little clue. They're fun and furry and lovable. I might even tell a Lulu. In case you haven't figured it out, each and every Furby is waiting for you. This book features a Furby on every page. In, out of this world activities and cool coloring scenes galore. The excitement never ends. Collect all Furby books in these fun formats. And again, it goes to the list of the formats. And I just love this Furby bedroom. I really like these books because this honestly was the exact same book I had when I was little. So when I was small, the only item I had that was a Furby item was a giant coloring book for Furby, and the main reason I know it's this one is because of these pages right here, the hidden Furby pages. These were my favorite. Oh, look at that lovely spread. I'm gonna go ahead and scan that page, erase the middle line, and maybe color it in to make it a print, just to have it in my apartment. It is much bigger than the other books, and it does bring some lovely scenes of Furby, either relaxing and in wild adventures. And again, it has that collection of seek and find Furby images. Those are my favorite. Oh, look at them hiding with the koalas. Look at our little Furby. I really like how those little Furby heads are once they're cropped. And look at this lovely Furby bedroom. It's like the Furby bedroom of our dreams. I'm really happy to have found this book in the condition I did, because unlike the others, nobody has actually done the activities in this book. This bedroom right here is a seek and find, so those Furbies would have been circled, but they haven't. And look at this cute little Furby giving you a little call. He doesn't have hands, but for that reason, he has a cute little phone stand. And here's one more of those pages that I'm obsessed with, which are the seek and find. Look at that Furby. It's so cute. It's like a skunk Furby in a group of skunks. Also, Furbies in like wild adventures. I'm like, Furby, how are you going to get out of that? You don't know how to row. We also have one more. I'm sorry. I really like these. And he's like hiding with the little sheep. Oh, it's adorable. And of course, look at this darling page of Furby jumping with some froggies. I can't. And I think you've seen this in like most of the books. And we've been wondering like, what is that? And well, it's a fortune teller, because we know Furbies can tell the future. So you just go ahead and ask your question, flip a coin, and wherever it lands, it's pretty much your answer. I've noticed that in most of the books, there's that picture of Furby like running away from some kind of animal. We've had him running away from ghosts, and now from this like very interesting creature. But I really like these books, and at the end they do have yet another Furby dictionary. I feel like that's a staple for most Furby items. They always bring a Furby dictionary in the back. And now that wraps it up. That's really all the books I picked up. And thank you again for watching and sticking around. See you guys next time, because I have to order a bunch of more Furby stuff. Bye!